conference here in Brussels was supposed to be a fundraising drive to raise the money needed to fund the humanitarian effort in Syria and its surrounding countries, which of course are bearing the brunt of the refugee crisis. But it has been somewhat overshadowed by Tuesday's attack in Syria, and the delegates, as they arrived here, took the opportunity to condemn that attack and also call for whomever is responsible to be held accountable.
What we've seen yesterday has horrified all of us. I can say this as a politician, but first of all as a mother. And the images we've seen yesterday from Syria remind us all that here we have a responsibility to unite for real with a serious engagement, the international community, the regional players, but also the Syrian parties, to make peace.
But for all the talk of accountability, precious little has been done in the past to punish perpetrators of such similar attacks, and that's something that is frustrating the Lebanese Prime Minister.
The Syrian conflict has to end. We saw what the regime did yesterday, another atrocity which is not, the world should not be shocked because it's letting such a regime do what it's doing. What should shock us is that the increase of children dying and the whole world is watching.
Well, the countries here in Brussels have managed to raise $6 billion to go towards the humanitarian effort in Syria. And while that is impressive, it is still $2 billion short of the estimated $8 billion that the UN says is going to be needed to fund that aid drive in Syria just this year alone. And one of the other challenges that they all face is actually getting the money from being pledged here in Brussels to actually its target on the ground in Syria. At this conference last year, which was held in London, nearly $12 billion was actually pledged, but aid agencies say not all of it has actually made it to its intended recipients on the ground. So that's the biggest challenge probably facing the donators and those who are now in control of these funds here in Brussels.